Guys, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't be the influencer that just posts slop. Just, here's your slop. Watch this video. It's just, it's disgusting. I can't just be the one who just goes out there and, oh, come run with me. It's like, no. Because then everyone watching along, they're not going to go run. They're not going to go for a run. And if they do, like, they're not the one that needs that video, right? They're just wasting time on Instagram. I need to be the one who goes out and does something. Hey, look, it's not as difficult as you think, right? Hey, here's some permission to go take action on that dream that you have. You can dream bigger. You can go do something crazy. You can just go do things. You don't need people's permission. That's who I am, right? I'm the guy that's going to go take on the crazy challenge, the 50 states marathons, just to show you that running a marathon really is not that difficult, right? It's difficult, but it's not impossible. There we go. So my dog is coming up here. Hi, Lily. I'm not going to go promote a $1 billion company, right? They have $1 billion. They don't need me to promote them. I need what the world needs is not another influencer going out there and promoting these $1 billion companies just so that they can make, $300,000 a year and live in their penthouse or live in their really nice home, right? With their super bland boyfriend, girlfriend, right? Because let's face it, a lot of these influencers, that's what they do. They're just boring people and they just post consistently. They just don't care what other people think. So they're willing to just smile and, here's your slop. Here you go. The image that goes to my head is just like it's like a lunch lady. She's like, here's your slap. No, eat it. It's just disgusting. It's like, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to just, the world has enough boring people. I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy to just post the stupid, bar is low content, right? And I need to not let my pride, get in the way of me never posting content, right? There's got to be a line where it's like, you know what? I tried my best. I put it out there. I've got to hold myself more accountable with staying consistent, right? Because, what I don't want is for me to use that high bar as an excuse that, oh, I'm not posting because I set the bar high. Because then I'm never going to post. And then, of course I die, right? So, if I choose this path, then I have to keep in mind that, okay, cool, but if you choose it, that's going to require more out of you. You're not going to get the results that you're worth just because, you're a creative, you're a true creative. You're doing something truly creative. You're outside of the norm. No one can judge what you're doing according to the standard value system because what you're doing is not standard. So when I take on this path, I got to realize, okay, like people aren't going to get it. That's fine, right? But it's better than just, $5 slop. Here's your slop. I hate it. It's disgusting. All these content creators, the people that I'm friends with, they make a living by just posting some boring video and it gets a ton of engagement just because all the people watching along are just, eating food in between their terrible job. And why do they have a terrible job? Well, because they're willing to put up with it. And, why is the company they work for terrible? Well, because people are willing to put up with the fact that it's terrible, and that this is the line that's been going through my head. With every purchase you make, you are voting for that company that you're buying from to succeed. And so if you don't like that company or like the values that it stands for, it doesn't matter if it has a great product. You got to figure out where you're going to put your money. And most people, that's the thing. Like, this is why it's so tough to give, I don't know. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. It's tough. It's a tough world. It's a tough place, Wyatt. Suck it up. Figure it out. Go out there. Go make a change. Just start with one thing. And so what's going through my head right now? Well, I got to find a way to make Zeus profitable and sell merchandise. That way I can go take on this 50 States Marathon Challenge round 2 so I can go sponsor people in the future. That's the key. I got to keep that in mind. It's if I always think about how do I, me, pay for me to do this, it's like, man, no one cares, right? If I do it, they're like, oh, cool, right? But it's all about like how me taking this on can change their emotional state about what they think is possible. Think about other people. Think about empowering others. Think about, enabling someone else to go out and do a trip like this. Oh, what if I became the company that sponsored other people to go do this? Okay, now people can get behind me because, even if they don't get chosen, they're like, man, I want to support that guy because he's helping other people, right? And then that's what we should all aspire to is like, man, we should support the people who support others, not the people who support themselves. The people who are just greedy and they just keep it all to themselves, like they don't deserve our support, right? And that's the thing, is that if we give them the support without thinking about this, then the whole economy just becomes those people. So then there's no other choice. We get choked to death, right? There's no other choice but to just support the slop, and then right next to it, the gravy. Here's some gravy for your slap. I hate it. And then next to that, there's some like really mushy broccoli, like those are just the options because people are willing to put up with it, What it takes is someone to say, I can't take it anymore. I can't do this, and that's me in this scenario, right? So, man, but that's the thing is like, okay, well, fine. You can't take it anymore. Step 1, Now what? Now you got to go do the difficult thing. You got to go figure it out. You got to go figure out how to make a pair of shorts that has a ribbon from a marathon in it. You got to, sew all these marathon ribbons onto this portrait in here. That way you can carry something with you to all these marathons. Maybe get a speaking opportunity to, stay afloat. You got to follow through on the projects that you start. The projects aren't going to pay you. They're not. You just got to keep that in mind, Wyatt. I'm telling myself this, right? Okay, fine. I've got enough burn for 4 months, Fine. Let's do it. Let's do this thing. Let's spend 4 months. And are you telling me that in 4 months I can't come up with something that's going to pay the bills? Goodness me. I got to tell people about this. I got to let them know. I don't like working with companies. I hate it. These companies suck because the people that you're supposed to be partnering with, right? Partnerships director, screw that. They don't care about you at all. You're just a cog on the wheel. They don't give two. They don't care about you. They do not care. If you want to be a content creator in 2026, right? Because 2025, here and gone. If you want to be a content creator in 2026, just know these companies do not care about you at all. You are a cog on the wheel, right? And I want to change that. I want to start the company that actually does care, where customers come first, right? Employees come first. And then, making a profit, sure, right? You got to make a profit so that you can go grow the brand, the business. But if that comes at the expense of the customers and the ideas of, and, helping people to flourish, and if that comes at the expense of a healthy society, man, it's not worth it, right? It's tough. It's tough because, companies need to make money. Okay, so there's got to be a balance here where it's like you provide a valuable product with a good message to people who deserve it or who don't deserve it, but that are willing to pay, but then you use that money to help people who have a positive impact in their community and are looking to change the world in some meaningful way, or at least are just striving. The ones who are striving, the ones who are moving forward, the ones who are, not the status quo, right? It's the Simon Sinek. It's the, it's all the people that, the books and all the success, right? It's like, it's what they were before they got the book deal. It's what they were before they got the investment, right? Holy cow. So I got to figure out how to do that. But that's the thing. Do I have to figure that out? No, because if it was up to me, I wouldn't have run a marathon in all 50 states. I was like, all right, God, what do you want me to do? So that's the thing. It's like, all right, God, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? God, do you hear me up there? No, God's right here. God is the spirit that calls from within, to the conscience, the gut feeling. If you have a strong connection with God, with your creator, right, the creator of the universe, if you got a strong connection there, if your morality is in check, right, which most people, it's not the case, even me, right? But if you're striving for that, and if you're trying to distill that down, well, guess what? He's within you. So then you just got to not betray that voice within. And so when you get that gut feeling of like, all right, someone's got to go out there and change the way that business is done. And if it's clothing, so be it. You know, if it's, I don't know, if it's a protein drink, right? If I go make an accounting company, I don't know, whatever it is, I will make it happen, because I'm going to allow God to outpour his love through me to everyone around me, through the product that I create. I'm going to celebrate people. And then that's the thing, right? Man, if you get lost, well, then think about one person who you can help. That's the key. That's the way out. Man, let me go celebrate one person. Okay, well, guess what? You know, even though I'm pissed at him right now because he's being annoying, my buddy Tyler, I want to celebrate him for his 1,000-day run streak. Same thing with my buddy Alex and me, right? The three of us are all going to hit it in the next couple of months here. All right, well, I just sketched out an idea. All right, well, go make that. Go do that. You know, because people might just buy the Daily Mile hoodie in hopes that at the end of 1,000 days, they get to have the same, you know, tally marks, 1,000 tally marks on the back that me and Tyler and Alex have. Okay. Well, guess what? That's going to take you all of 15 minutes to do, right? No, wrong. I had to realize this. Man, it's tough when you get to this spot, because every task on the list takes hours, days, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe weeks at a time, right? What? You're telling me that I've got to go spend several weeks without seeing the result of this? Here's the benefit, is that no one else is doing that. No one else is spending that amount of time. No one else is committing to a year-long challenge, right? Most people don't even know what the next quarter holds, the next week, right? I don't know what the next week holds, but at least I have the year planned out. Okay, well, I've got that. I can, boom, that's some confidence right there. I can take that as confidence. I've built out my year. Okay, well, within that structure, I now have to build things that celebrate runners. So when someone runs their first marathon, or when someone runs a mile every day for 365 days, or the year of the marathon, right? It's the year of the marathon. There we go. This is the structure. Within all those things, I can make a sweatshirt here, order it, get a test run, and then I can make a sweatshirt there, and a pair of shorts here. Okay, well, all that's going to take a little bit of time. But if I have to spend a whole day to figure that out, or a whole week to figure that out, so be it. Because guess what? This is the tough part, right? I have to delay the work and just have faith that the results of the work will pay off. Because guess what? When 1,000 people buy a sweatshirt and I make $40 profit on each one of those sweatshirts, man, all I had to do, when I think about it this way, it's insane, right? Let's say that there's, for 1,000 people, right? Let's say 100 of them have a problem with it. So then I have to do customer service on those 100 people. And that takes, I don't know, 5 minutes a piece. And then so I can do 12 an hour. So that's 8 hours, right? Okay, so 8 hours there, right? And then the design. Let's say the design takes me 40 hours, right? Boom. And then, let's say it's 100 hours total, right? Well, if I make 40 grand, what? That's $400 an hour. Okay. So if the goal is to sell 1,000 of these sweatshirts at a $40 profit, then I have to keep in mind that my hourly rate is $400. I'm just not seeing the results of that, because I'm only getting paid when it's all said and done. But that's the benefit. It's like, I'm not making $20 an hour anymore. No. If this is the thing, most people develop a vision for their lives without ever having the confidence that they'll be able to achieve it. So many people, this is the video that I made when I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, on the 49th marathon of the 50 States Marathon Challenge, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this happen. No, whatever it was. Sorry, I was trying to keep the flow going of like the energy. But yeah, people develop this vision, but then they never follow through. All of these people could be worth $400 an hour, but they just don't follow through because it gets tough from hours 1 to 5, and then 5 to 12, and then 2 weeks later, and 99 hours in. It's tough, right? So let me just go figure it out, make good content, not slop, right? And then monetize it on my own, build a company so I can go send other people to go do some crazy things. And, let me do this. And, yeah, it'll take time. It's going to take years, but guess what? It's so much better than working with these stupid companies. And it's so much better than, doing a series and not building anything. So, the lesser of two evils? No, the greater of two goods, right? I'm gonna get there. That's a great sweatshirt. Man, the lesser of two evils on the front. Put a black X through it. It's like a light blue on like a blue sweatshirt or something like that. And on the back, the greater of two goods. See? Let's go make it happen. It's really not that difficult, right? I just got to order one. Okay, it's going to cost me $250. Okay, well, of all these designs, which one is going to sell the most? Okay, if it's this one, boom, I got to go sell, 100 of those on Instagram, right? Can I sell 100 sweatshirts? Bro, by the end of the year, if I really tried, in my heart of hearts, like, there's nothing stopping me from selling 100,000 of those, okay? Start with 100, right? Sell them for $65 a piece. That's $6,500. To order them, it's probably going to cost like $2,000 plus shipping and then fulfillment and everything like that. And boom, I'll make $3,000. Okay, if I can do that once a month, boom, that pays for that month. Okay, let me just figure that out. And then the next step will come after that. So figure out how to sell 100 sweatshirts with one design. That way I don't use up all of my burn on my 0% APR credit card. And instead, I pay it off, right? I can use 3,000 of that limit so I can go buy some sweatshirts and then put this embroidery on it and have a really cool design and sell it to 100 people. And then boom, it's sold out. Oh my gosh. All these other content creators, well, they're not going to go do the work to actually speed up this whole process. They're just going to wait the 6 months until the next shipment comes in from their supplier. Bro, I'm going to go buy myself a damn, pardon my French, embroidery machine. I'm going to go make my own sweatshirts if that's what it takes, because I'm just starving for work out here, I'm tired of just like always being in limbo, in this limbo state, No, I want the grind. I want to be up for 18 hours, I want to wake up and have so much work on my plate that I'm going to get paid for. Then I can just go to town, and then now I can go start, man, what if I had 1,000 orders come in and I was the one, I wasn't supplying them out somewhere. I was the one that was fulfilling them. Well, then guess what? I can go hire someone, maybe even a local person here, right, in Atlanta, or maybe my own mother, right? Mom, you can start sewing these, right? Or maybe it's the mom of whatever. It's like, bro, there's so much. Maybe I hire my own sister. She's going to be moving here. Oh my gosh. Who knows? It all starts with just one design, right? I've got 5 in mind. Let me go make 5 of them, like mock-ups, pay a designer to do that. Get 100 orders on one of them, and then figure it out, right? And then boom. Yes, the marathons, they'll be fun. I'll be doing the marathons, but like at the end of the day, I'm building this company, That's what matters. Build a company so I can go. Now when people spend their money with me, they're voting. They're voting for a better world. Oh my gosh. We need more people to do that. We need more businesses that are trying, striving. To all the strivers out there, keep going. All right, I'm going crazy, but I'm glad I got all that nervous energy out. My mind is oriented, right? I've got a laser focus. In the next 48 hours, I'm going to go run a marathon in Mobile, Alabama for the first of the year of the marathon. 50 states again, right? 50 states, 50 marathons again. Round 2. You thought we were over? We're just getting started. Let's ride.